Welcome to Living Your Main Love, the podcast that celebrates the people who are living with passion, purpose, and a whole lot of heart. Each month, we'll sit down with people who are following what lights them up in Maine and beyond. Welcome to another exciting episode of Living Your Main Love podcast. And today we are fortunate enough to have Colby Quinones from the Hearts of Pine soccer team. He's an amazing defender with the team. And this team has just taken Maine by storm. Like, it's what everybody's talking about everywhere. So we're very lucky to have him here today. And I'm excited to just find out more about you and how you've achieved where you've come to in your life. I think it's amazing. Most people want to be a pro athlete, but they never make it there. So we're going to find out how you did this. But first, we're going to start with a little rapid fire session just to kind of get to know Colby on a different level.
Perfect.
Are you ready,
Colby?
Okay.
I'm ready. Yes.
He's like, ready or not, here we go. Okay, Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Ooh, reason why?
I grew up watching him, and I love the way he dribbles, and Messi just stands out more than Ronaldo for me.
For you. Pre-game breakfast of choice?
I usually make some egg sandwiches, 2 egg sandwiches, with bacon if I have it, or sausage. But if I can get it on bread, fine, but I love to make it on a bagel.
Nice.
So that's my pregame breakfast.
That's a good one. That's a good, got the protein in there, a little bit of carbs.
Absolutely.
Summer or winter?
Winter.
Winter, really?
Yes, winter. I love the outdoor activities you can do in winter. Summer, I love the heat, but sometimes it just gets too hot, and that's just not for me.
So. Do you worry in the winter with skiing as injuring yourself, or not really?
No, I haven't skied or snowboarded in a little bit. I love sledding and going on that with my little brother. Mm-hmm. That's super fun. So yeah, I would say winter.
It is beautiful in the winter for sure.
It is, especially over here, definitely.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, coffee or energy drink or Mainelove?
Well, Mainelove, but I've been getting into an energy kick before games recently. So I've been doing some Red Bull.
Oh.
It's not the greatest for you.
Yeah.
I've been trying it. I've been okay with it. Yeah, right now I would say energy drinks.
So you're not a coffee guy?
Not really.
Yeah.
Occasionally. Yeah. In the past off season, I tried it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But I think right now I'm on a energy drink grind.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm a Celsius. I used to be Red Bull, now I'm switched to Celsius.
Okay.
Somehow I feel like the marketing's convinced me it's healthier. I don't know why. Okay. TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram. I don't have TikTok, so I just use Instagram.
Instagram all day long.
Yeah.
Oh, favorite cheat day meal? Like The Rock. You know, Rock. Have you seen The Rock's Sunday cheat day?
No.
He has pancakes and a crazy pizza, and he eats probably 20,000 calories. But what's your favorite cheat day meal?
Favorite cheat day meal? I don't even know if you can consider this a cheat day meal, but orange chicken from Trader Joe's. I love that. And then honestly, a big cheat of mine is I just go to the grocery store and buy a tub of cookie dough. And I eat that all. So
wow.
It's a lot. It's not healthy for you at all, but.
So you don't cook it, you just eat it raw?
I don't cook it. No, I just eat raw cookie dough.
Oh my God.
That's my cheat meal for sure.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, turf or grass?
Grass.
Okay.
Grass.
Yeah, I know. Who would want turf, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. Grass all the way.
And then funniest Hearts of Pine teammate?
Well, funniest teammate, probably right now, JT. Reason being is he is always so serious about things, but everybody thinks of it as a joke.
Oh,
it's kind of you don't know when he's serious or when he's playing or laughing, and you just default to laughing at the end of the day.
Awesome.
So he always makes you crack up.
I love it.
So.
Well, thank you for playing the rapid fire.
No
I know it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to dive into your journey to becoming a pro soccer player. As a kid, do you remember what you wanted to be when you grew up?
I don't. I know early on I had dreams of being an architecture builder type of guy, but I think that phase kind of went away quickly. So ever since I can remember, soccer's always been a part of my life. So I always knew I wanted to do something revolving around soccer, whatever that may be. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember your first game?
No. Honestly, I don't remember my first
or
game.
When you started playing?
When I started playing, yes. I've heard stories when my parents took me to my first soccer practice. And I was in tears. My mom had to hold my hand while I was out there going to kick the ball with my buddies. So, to be honest, I think I didn't really want to be there. But I think pretty quickly I was like, you know what, this game's actually pretty fun. And, I just kind of kicked off from there.
So how does it go from you being scared on the field to like where you are now? I mean, when did you realize that, wow, like I'm really good at this and I'm going to, take this seriously? Do you remember that sort of transition?
A little bit. I think I was around maybe 11 or 12. And at that point, I moved from Colorado to New Hampshire. And it was still, every day was a grind with my dad because he was into coaching and he still is, and my older brother. So every day I'd be around the sport and around, my dad who's a coach, and he gives me his tips and tricks on how to make it to the next level, which I'm super grateful for, and not a lot of players have that.
Yeah.
So every day I was just getting insight on how I can get to the next level. And then having an older brother who, taller, bigger, stronger, everything is he's just better than me. So, I had to learn from an early age to play with people that are like that. They're just better in general.
Yeah.
And then you could kind of just tell around that age that, when I would train back at my own age level, that I was just a step ahead of them just because of what my daily life was like. And it got to the point when I was 13, when I joined the Revolution Academy, that was when it was tangible. It was like I was in a professional environment. I could actually see what professionals do on a daily basis. So very quickly, I could set a goal for myself to be like, that's where I want to go. And just being in that environment, I knew the sacrifices that needed to be made in order to get there. And, it's all I've ever really known. So I kind of just took that in stride and made little goals at a time to the point of where we are now.
Wow. So it was like one step and the next step and the next step.
Yeah, it was just baby steps.
Yeah.
Really. You can't think too far ahead.
Yeah.
But I think the exposure to the professional game at such a young age really kickstarted my career.
Yeah. It was called Revolution. What was it called? Revolution?
It was Revolution Academy.
Okay. And that was a school for athletes, or?
It was, the Revolution is their own MLS team.
Okay.
And I was in their youth program. So when I was 13, I was able to go there, train with the youth kids, if you will. And at the same time, I could see firsthand what the first team players were doing. So it was very tangible. I could see what needed to be done to get there.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Thinking back, like, what do you think was driving you each step of the way? Like, was it family? Was it like internally, or like, I want to do this? Do you remember like what the sort of driving force was for you? And how's that changed?
Yeah, honestly, I've always been a competitive person. And I've never been the most skillful player or the most talented player on the field. But, something that kind of kept me going is just the work rate that, my parents made sure to instill in me.
Yeah.
And I guess it's very satisfying when you can come off of the soccer field and you say, you worked harder than everybody else.
Yeah.
And having that type of mindset was able to just to keep me going, no matter the difficulties I was going through. Just making sure you're putting your best effort out there made a world of difference. And I think, my dad, played semi-pro back in the day, indoor. So I think one of my goals was to make it farther than he did.
I love that. Competitive.
And yeah, I guess it goes back to being competitive.
Yeah.
But I remember our early days. My dad would always be on trips, whether it be for soccer or for coaching. He'd always be away traveling to different countries, and I enjoyed that. Like I loved that he was able to do that.
Yeah.
And, growing up now, it's always my competitive nature to be like, okay, my dad did that, and I look up to my parents a lot, and especially my dad, because we can relate to soccer, to where it's like I want to beat my dad in that, in a way. Even though he's helping me do it, it's like just pushing past his milestones is something that drives me.
Yeah. So when you're out on the field now with the Hearts of Pine team, like what are the thoughts that go through your head? You walk out on that field. Are you sometimes just like, I can't believe I made it here? Like, or is it just you always knew how long you were going to make it here? Do you ever have sort of moments of like, pinch me?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially
Yeah.
at Hearts of Pine now, it's like, the pregame ritual when the fans are doing the clapping before the
Yeah.
game, like you get goosebumps in those,
Yeah.
10 seconds that's happening.
Yeah.
And it just kind of brings you back down to earth to make sure that you remember what you're doing, why you're doing it, and just to kind of admit to yourself that, this is pretty cool what you're doing. I wouldn't have expected to have come this far,
Yeah.
honestly, especially when you go out there on a Saturday night and you have 7,000 people chanting for you and cheering you on. Like, it's just such an awesome feeling.
Yeah.
So.
What advice would you have for someone that sees you and says, I want to be like him? Like that is like, I'm like, how has he done that? Like what advice would you want to give people with aspirations like that?
With aspirations to be a pro soccer player, honestly, I would recommend you sit down with yourself and have a good heart to heart and ask yourself if this is truly what you want to do. And if it is, then you have to understand the sacrifices that needs to be made in order to get here, and also with that to enjoy the process. It's not easy. It's hard. You put in long hours, and you really have to make it a lifestyle. But I can tell you, it's super rewarding when you get to this stage. So for those that are younger, trying to make it and don't know where to start, I would just say, ask yourself if this is what you want to do. And if the answer is yes, then, start training and don't stop, honestly. But just make sure you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Key, right?
Yeah, that is key.
Yeah. Because
Absolutely.
you are living your main love through soccer, which is like
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. And tell me,
Absolutely.
okay, so when you heard about that they were going to start a team in Maine, a soccer team, what did you think? Were you like, I like me, or like, what was your
No,
reaction?
I was exactly me, please. I loved my time at the Revolution. But when I heard this team was up and coming and I saw all the promotions for it, I was like, that is just so cool. And, I made sure to find out as much information as I could right away. And it was on the top of my list to try to come here. And I'm so happy it did because I'm enjoying every second of it.
Because you're born, and we were talking earlier, born in Biddeford. And
Yeah, so being born in Biddeford,
yeah.
I like to say I'm a Mainer,
Yeah.
even though I was only living here for 3 years, so I don't quite remember anything. But there's just something in the soul that's like, yes, I'm connected to this place.
Yeah.
And I feel at home.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Tell me about like your love for Maine and like what makes it special to you.
For me, well, besides the fact that, I was born here and raised 3 years here, moving here in the middle of January, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. Seeing all the promotions online and on social media, it's like, okay, but anybody can put anything on social media.
Yeah.
So I didn't quite know what to believe. And I really wanted to experience it for myself. And those first couple of weeks, interacting with the community, just walking around and people stopping you, asking you if you play for Hearts of Pine, and the excitement that goes around with it, and the love that everybody has for each other, and the community. It's just, that's what makes Maine so special, is the community and how everybody just supports each other no matter what is going on.
Totally agree. And I'm curious about the social media component. Like, what's it like navigating social media, being like a pro athlete? Do you get lots of DMs? Do you get is it
No.
weird to deal with, or not so much?
Not so much.
That's good.
When you put professional soccer player next to your name, people automatically think you're some hot shot, but it's really not like that. The top maybe 0.5% of the top 1% of players are actually like that.
Yeah.
So I'm not one of those players
Right.
at all.
Right.
It's nice to say I'm a professional soccer player.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, no, it is not hard.
It's not hard to
navigating anything,
navigate.
because there's not much to navigate
Right,
in the
right.
first place.
Right,
So
right.
It is not like that. Yeah.
And being part of this team, how is it different than the other teams you've been a part of in the past? Like, it just feels like there's such a like brotherhood there, just from an observer standpoint.
Yeah, I think, what makes this team stand out from, say, the Revolution is that here, there's no moving up or down. So when you're in an MLS club, especially on a second team standpoint, you have the opportunity to move up to play with the MLS team. And then you also have academy kids who are younger than you who will come up to play with you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always a rotation that's happening within the whole organization.
Yeah.
And that's great. That has its, pros and cons, as everything does.
Mm-hmm.
But something that I would say when you're at a USL club like Portland Hearts of Pine would be that there's no academy right now. There's no first team. We are the only team right now. So every day you are with the same 24, 25 players,
Mm-hmm.
and you're spending your 5-6 hours a day with them. So it is very easier to create such a bond and a close-knit group
Yeah.
than it is at an MLS club, if that makes sense.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So just creating that brotherhood that, I never fully got at the Revolution.
Right.
I think it's so refreshing. And when you go every day playing professional soccer and traveling on the weekends, it's sometimes hard to create that balance between, soccer and your friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a way that it's like your soccer teammates are also your friends and your
that's
brothers.
awesome.
And so on the weekends, if you have time off, you get to spend it with each other.
Yeah.
And, you can act like friends, you can act like brothers, and that makes it so special.
That is amazing.
So
what do you think, like, what do you see next for yourself? Like, are you a person that's like living in the moment, or do you go, I got the 5 and 10 year plan?
yeah, I've been that person who likes to plan for the future. I've been trying super hard this year to stay in the present because I know the moment we're in, the opportunity that we have. We're part of history, being a part of a first-year club. So I'm trying my very hardest to stay in the moment and not think about next year. And honestly, I think I've been doing a pretty good job with it.
Good.
I've been happier. So I would say that I don't know what's going to be next.
Yeah.
I hope I can stay here with the Hearts. That would be
Mm-hmm.
cool. I'm loving every minute of it. But, I don't know. To be
Yeah.
honest. And I'm okay with not knowing.
That's
right
good.
Now. I just know that I'm where I'm supposed to be right now. And to
Yeah.
me, that's all that matters.
I think also being open to like whatever the universe is supposed to bring is also great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this is where I am. I'm enjoying it. I'm in the moment. I'm not thinking about, why think about tomorrow when you're in like be in today, right?
Absolutely.
No, that's awesome.
So-
Do you hope to play soccer for like the rest of your career, like for a long time?
I do. I do. I mean, as everybody does.
Yeah.
More and more, though, I am seeing what else is out there.
Yeah.
And in my spare time, I'm going to be coaching. I'm interested in finance. So there's other things that interest me.
Oh, cool.
As well as soccer.
Yeah.
I know for sure in my heart that I want to stay around soccer, whether that's as a player or whether that's as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it may be, I want to stay around the game. So I hope I can still be a player for many years to come. But if not, it's not the end of the world. It's okay.
Yeah. Great attitude, Colby. I love it.
Thanks.
Is there anything else you would want to share about the team or about yourself or say anything to the fans?
No, well, obviously a big thank you to
Yeah.
the fans, to whoever's watching or
Yeah.
listening to this. It doesn't go unnoticed, the support that we have right now. Every day we are reminded of the fact that we are so lucky to be here. So many players would love to be in our position right now. So we don't take it for granted, and we absolutely love the support that we're getting for our home games.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, because I'm in LA, I haven't seen the guy,
Right.
but I see the video and I'm like, oh my God, it's like a thing. Like it
Oh,
is
yeah.
like epic, right?
Absolutely.
Nothing like a home game, right?
There's nothing like a home game, especially here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I hope the fans keep coming out. We're going to keep
Yeah.
doing our best to get results for them, and make those nights as special as they have been.
I do want to ask you one question I just thought of. you know, when it comes to failure, like we all have off days, we have days where I'm sure we don't play as good. How do you manage that sort of aspect of life?
Well, in terms of a soccer standpoint, you know, there's not one team that will go a year without any losses. There's not one team that plays a game that doesn't make any mistakes. So with that, you have to know coming into it that failure will happen. And, you know, it's totally fine to fail as long as you learn from it. And honestly, you can't take it too seriously because we're playing soccer, you know.
Right.
It's just a game. So mistakes are going to happen. Just, you know, laugh about it and move on.
Yeah.
You know, at the professional level, yes, some mistakes can cost you more than others. But, you know, I've been playing for a couple of years now. And in the moment, when you make mistakes and you quote unquote, you know, fail in that moment and it leads to a goal, like it hurts and it stings for a couple of days. But when the year's over and you look back with your teammates, there's not one person who is still mad about it. Like everybody just laughs about it and you just remember that moment. And so, and in terms of life, you know, whether it's with careers or whether it's with, you know, moving from different teams within soccer, it's like we're all kind of in our 20s and 30s. So I really don't see anything as failure. Like it's all moments to grow. It's not supposed to work out. You're not supposed to get everything right at this moment. So I would just say, if you're an overthinker like myself, you know, try to just embrace the moment, whether it's a positive or a negative. Just take it in, take a moment and say, how can I learn from this moment? And just move on. That, you know, that's just life. We're not going to get it right. And we just have to do our best.
Even in your 40s and 50s, that will happen.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you.
I'm sure.
The lessons continue, Colby, for sure.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you have an awesome perspective.
Thank you.
And I'm so, you know, it's been so fun chatting with you and just learning, and I can't wait to see what you do next. And
thank you.
Cheers. Cheers
Thank
with
you.
some
Yeah,
Maine
cheers
love.
with Maine love.
Cheers, everybody.